Stupid bitch. You're so fucking stupid. They doxed where I worked before in the LCU. You should know this, motherfucker. I'm gonna take one of these fucking pins and shove them right in my fucking eye. I'm a big back. I eat and laugh my ass off. Kimberlin bits. How you gonna say you're a big back when I'm the motherfucker on the panel looking like this? And you gonna say you big? It doesn't matter where you work. You get repecked for work. Re-picked. Huh? Hi, Sage. Every time I see the hand, I feel like I have to do like this. Hi, Sage. Like when you're in kindergarten, when they call your name. Like Gemini.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be very, very real with you. This is gonna be a short video. Like, actually very short. It was not good. None of this was very good. Like, this may not even be that long of a clip. I try.
That's a big mistake. Fuck girl summer, the vibe's unrelenting. Becky's got Keem's whole world fermented. Clouds rolling in the forecast ain't bright. Keem's holding his nose, it's a stanky fight.
Yeah. I think I could have picked a random moment throughout this stream and it would have still been the same. I'm sorry. This shit ain't good. Alright, I try to be nice, and I am, and you know, every so often they do have something interesting going on, but it ain't good. Hey, you know what? They're happy for what they're trying to do and what they want to do, so I can't really hold that against them, but besides that, my content isn't good. I don't even really make content. I really don't make content, but I guess people like what I make, so thank you. This isn't good. You can tell that there's like, I don't even know. You can't convince me. You can't. I try. Till next time.
I have a network update. So, here at the BBU, I have decided to declare my executive decision that this weekend shall be a long weekend. There's reasons for it. In reality, I'm going to give you a couple updates along with an updated schedule for this weekend. There's a lot going on. Roxy's got her family stuff going on with her daughter's business that got started. I've had my issues where I've lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks because I can't eat. Yay for the weight loss. Boo for having no energy because I can't eat shit. Still happy though. Looking like a skinny queen. I'll take it. Don't even care. It's worth it. So, and Savage has had her own thing going on. She had the grandkids for the week. She had a lot going on. So here's what we are doing. At the same time, donations were down this week, which that's okay. We know there's ebbs and flows, but we were competing hard against LolCow Live, doing all their IRL events. They didn't even have LolCow Queens doing a stream yesterday. So that's the context for all of this. So what I have decided is we're all taking a long weekend. There will still be content, however. So let me go over the new schedule with you.
Man, I like waiting for a couple of days and see how things happen. I like when I decide I'm not gonna release this video because I have a feeling if I wait a day or two, information are gonna come out. Now, this video is going to be a lot longer because we're going to end up covering a bunch of stuff, not simply related to the BBU, but we're also going to cover the Twitter fight between Becky and Eggpigger in this video. So if this video is extremely long and much more than I originally thought it is, because Eggpigger, I think, told me, I think in DMs or also online, I already told Eggpigger that I was going to cover the drama between him and her. So I hope to God that those tweets are still up. Nevertheless, yeah, it doesn't look good. I do feel bad, right? I know I could be an asshole. I know I don't like Becky, but I understand how it feels when you don't eat for a couple weeks and you're losing pounds or you're sick. Understandable. I know some people may think, oh, why aren't you going hard? Or why, like, hey, I understand it. When you don't eat, which is funny because I'm very skinny myself. And I understand how hard it can be to sometimes eat. I'm not like a bulimic or anything, but I just understand because I have issues myself. Nevertheless, I'm not gonna hate on that. But what I will be laughing at is the low donation. But hey, I can't laugh at that because I think I kind of knew that the donation made of slowly start to dry up. And maybe that's why she was having multiple shows on her own channel to maybe kind of inflate the number. Now, I don't know. I could be very wrong. But the fact that one of your main issues is donations were low over this week may be a sign that that support that you had those couple weeks are kind of going away. Now, to be fair, the Local Live did have their IRL stream throughout the week. Hey, perfectly fine. That's a good point. That's actually very valid. I will give her that much. But at the same time, maybe your goal of $500 per stream may have not been the smartest thing. Now, I do understand that he is working with Roxy, so they have to split the money. But maybe you guys shouldn't have started a network right off the bat. Maybe you guys should have just focused on your show and just had Dick Gemini as your collab, and maybe have one other show separated with, with Savage. Maybe that could have been a better option rather than trying to create a full-blown network that, let's be fair, you do wish that was competing against LCL, but things are not turning the way you want. Let's continue.
Modified schedule. We're gonna change some things up. I think we might condense some shows. We might not. It's going to depend on how donations go because we are fully funded by you guys. So depending on where the donations are at, that kind of dictates how much content we're able to bring. So for next week, chances are we're going to bump up the hours of all the shows. Okay. Chances are we're going to be starting at 6 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. So all the shows get an earlier start. And we might, this is just tentative, it might change, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday will probably be Queen Supreme, and Tuesdays, Thursdays will be Late Night with Savage and Roxy, which might get a rename for next week as we test things out. And to all the people, all the hosts who have been waiting for a spot with my time off, even though this is a long weekend, I'm still going to be working. The work never stops. I'm just not going to be on camera. So I'm going to be reaching out to you guys probably over the weekend to see if we can get some more shows scheduled in a way that allows some of like the other shows like Late Night or Queens to take breaks when we need to and still have content. Okay. So we're going to talk about all of that soon, starting next week. But until then, you have the updated schedule. Thank you for being here, and we will see you soon, chipper and refreshed and feeling our absolute best. And maybe I'll be a few pounds skinnier.
Oh, Lord, he won't let it happen, Lord. That good dog. Yes, the dog's trying to get over here because there's snacks involved.
Girl, what's going on?
The devil trying to get me down. Lord ain't gonna let it happen. That woman's crazy. Yeah. How did we go down to 22 viewers? What is going on? Do a snack box every month from another country. Maybe, I guess. I guess that's a good idea.
So we're here with the Dick Gemini stuff. Hey, Dick Gemini, you had the opportunity to go as long as you wanted to, and if your co-host didn't want to, you could have just gone a lot longer, so you could get the watch hour. Even if you got low views, hey, I literally have streamed 4 or 5 hours to an audience of like 5 to 10 people at any given time, and I still kept at it because I knew that I have to keep doing this. Dick Gemini, let me be real with you. You gotta keep streaming almost every single day, and if you could stream twice a day, even better. And you've been doing that. I'll give you props on that one. But man, you got to. And your new co-host, I understand he's shy. I understand he ain't the biggest talker, but you gotta step it up a little bit. That grace period that I said about Becky, it's over and done with. Right? Because, hey, I'm seeing people who have lower viewership than you, and they got more, lower subscriber base, still get more viewers than you. Dalmatian dog, has a quarter of the subscribers that you do right now, and he gets at least twice, if not more, views as you sometimes. You gotta step it up, my man. Now we're gonna step into the the 8-figure drama on Twitter. Hopefully it's still there. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again with some BBU, particularly with some BBU drama dealing with 8-figure. So this is a little bit old, but I wanted to finally cover this because why not? And I did say today, figure I would have finally covered it. So if you're not aware, this related back to a couple days ago, dealing with Italian Stallion and the whole remark and him saying a bunch of stuff, which eventually led to 8-figure and Becky Boo to fight it out on, well, of all places, X. This is from 5 days ago, since as I'm recording it, and probably the video won't be out till later today. It's 5 days ago, so today's the 12th, so yeah. The mod caused me to leave the BBU has been exposed for having Facebook picture with the sign saying sexual A or SA welcome here. Oh, it's almost like everyone who accused of being a weird C word is a weird C word or something. Oh, and if let's watch this video.
A fucking picture of him with this fucking sign that sexual assault is like permitted here or something.
What?
And everything was blanked out. All his information was blanked out. I said this motherfucker claims he was doxxed and had his full name in his Discord.
Hang on a second.
So yeah, so apparently Italian Stallion actually had his Facebook sub connected to a Discord. Why would you do that? I don't know. So he accidentally self-doxed himself. What's so funny about the SA Becky? Italian Stallion also tried calling me out for talking about P stuff in the VC when I literally had to beg to get to know a P ban. Now he's exposed for doing it, and you laugh. Glad I let weirdos for. Yeah, I mean, what do you expect from Becky of all people? Morality be damned for her. Lama Italian tried calling me a P, didn't work. Hacker tried calling me a hacker, didn't work. Sweeping for those weirdo made Becky cry. Why would you let him back? Cause you're all failed G slur. Team for a key now, it's turning one another. You're sweeping fably. So if you're not aware, this is all dealing with the Italian Stallion stuff. What a shit show, Lomo. I don't care if he's a white, I'll say he was doxxed when he wasn't. Go after Gemini instead. Lomo sitting back watching their karma sweep. Also had the essays welcome here sign, but hey, don't dog. Hypocrisy spin.
All right, listen. So, as I said before, I'm going to say it one last time. I don't care if he's a white supremacist. I'm not saying he is. I don't care. Nobody is getting doxxed. Nobody. Stop it. Anyone in the statistics server, you're out. Okay?
Let's jump into it, guys.
All right, that's it. I think.
They doxed him, though.
What's that?
I don't think they doxed him. They just had pictures from his Facebook, which was linked in his Discord.
Still not the best idea, because nobody should be digging and finding his fucking Facebook anyway. That's fucked up. And
I do agree that you shouldn't be doing that, but given the way the internet is and a number of things, I can't say much because I have, quote unquote extreme political views, or I guess they're extreme. I don't really care. I don't know. I'll let people decide that one later on in life. But it's like, by saying that you don't care to a lot of people that are not, what may actually explain why their viewership, their viewership and donation were extremely low this week. Also they were going up against Local Live during their whole camp thing. Still,
it's intimidation, and I don't like it. But
that's whole pirate. They dug up and found they put his ex-wife's name in the chat at first name, which means that they dug into court records and stuff. And that's
horrible, absolutely.
Yeah. And I was in the statistics server. I was reading through their old chats, and there was stuff about Pirate was going to be a mod in the BBU, and he was going to start giving roles to people like Charts and all those other people from statistics.
Who was saying that, and why?
It's in your mod chat, huh?
Who was saying that?
In the I can't say the word statistics, but
why would you believe anything that comes out of their mouth?
Who was saying?
Can't we believe anything coming out of your guys' mouth? That's also a real quick thing.
In the statistics chat,
Minty and some other people. So we're gonna send Pirate in to be a mod so he could give them roles to come back.
Since I need time to get through it now.
The picture right now.
So yeah, then later on, she got triggered by 8-figure, the guy we're covering right now. Karma speeding up for me. Guy works wonder every time. said, Dick Gemini, you're not gonna win, bro. Becky didn't care about the hacker in her. Said, okay, obviously I have this all set up wrong. Pay Pig Life Matter, Karma, and then obviously should end around. So by logic of investigation, newspaper journalists shouldn't pass on info and just keep the stories to themselves. Forget the lead on Jack the Ripper. Just let him, more prostitute. Gemini didn't show any public info, just pictures to make the point. He did. He only showed pictures, or really, he didn't only show anything. He just showed an image with everything else blacked out or blank, or just really probably at most captured that one particular image, and that's about it. And then here we owe apology. I owe an apology to Keemstar. Because obviously, locale saying got doxxed and no one cares. Definitely Keem 2.0. When manipulation doesn't work, suddenly I was gotten rid of for causing trouble when I was actually trying to save the server from hacking group who was still targeted and lied about. Stallion, that's why I call it what you wanted, but I only support it. And then obviously we have sorry I slandered you, just apology accepted. Ooh, the blank slander you. I don't even care about you enough to slander you. Good God, brutal. If you think I'm a manipulative POS, then be gone already. You're wasting my time. I should be spending on people who want to be here. This is like talking to an AI chatbot who doesn't. Brutal. Not in the mood for trolls. And generally that should be kind of it for the most part. There's still more stuff we can go through. These YouTubers are all toxic liars and are assholes. At least I'm learning to stand my ground. Good thing you should. The tweet Becky blocked me over, by the way, of course. Yeah, she sat here making false allegations, being narrowed on Twitter, playing victim like she did with Keem and Michael instead of being with her community. Ooh. And alright, 100% accusing of Becky over one little opinion from an alt account. Very cringe indeed. Dick Gemini, and then obviously we're gonna go through it because this right here is the massive thread. What's so funny about the essay, Becky, Italian? Okay, so how's everyone? And that should be it. So let's actually get into this massive thread. Which is crazy to say this. It is extremely. I'm gonna be real. I've always been very deeply critical about Becky. Probably since I would say early on with Queens. And it's more or less to reinforce my belief in this even more and more. Now, I'm a little behind, but I think it was good for me to be kind of behind with all the drama stuff. Mostly because, hey, it's a hell of a thing. Also, Becky there's also a little bit of a little thing with me involved. Yeah, I kind of got involved in it, and well, obviously, why wouldn't I? In the sense that I do cover the BBU, but also, I got involved because I made a tweet saying that this is Becky 2.0, this is Keem 2.0, and then she responded. But then apparently somebody thought that me and Egg Picker were the same person, which is completely false. Egg Picker has been on stream. I've spoken to Egg Picker in the past. Hell, you can even go up to Chill Force. Chill Force can even testify this. And other people who have spoken to me privately or directly that hey, my voice is all over the stream, right? I live in America. I'm Hispanic. Most people in this channel should know that by now. Egg Picker is English, from what I remember him telling me. I'm not trying to dox him. I'm pretty sure he is English just by his accent. Unless he's not English and he's from somewhere else in Europe and he just happened to have a very English accent. He does not sound anything like me at all. And I've spoken to him. He does not sound like anything like me. So to accuse him of me, but we'll get to it when we get to it because I think that's kind of important. Dick Gemini, I remember telling him, was also making me out to be a P when I was just talking about, oh yeah, and so here we go. I said I'm going to do an investigation. What part of the difficult time? I have enough problem. You can explain things without accusing of me sweeping. Yeah, well, you can also not accuse Dick Gemini of doxing on stream when it was just a picture and info was given. Otherwise, seemed like a sweep from Stallion. I'm not going to let you blank destroy my community. I'm building because I don't do things according to your speed. Seriously. So we're far over the line. Stop being so dramatic. I don't have time for the Dieters drama. Oh wow, I'm getting dramatic crime Becky treatment now for a 50 follower tweet account. I feel privilege. You bought it. You said you brought it to stream and you couldn't take an opinion. Think it hit too close to home. Stanley is a weirdo and lie about me, so I'm entitled to call how I see it. It's true. If somebody is lying about you, you have the right to call that out for what it's worth. And so here again, this is a massive thread we're gonna go through. So yeah, you cannot accuse Dick. Yeah, I'm not going to let you. Alright, so then I believe this. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. This whole thing is so massive. I'm not. So again, oh my God, blank off. Seriously, you're not helping. You're hurting. He was already banned from the server. I was literally asking Gemini what happened on stream, but you're trying to make me look like shit on the stream before I even explain myself. Blank out of here. Learn to control it. You made yourself look like that. Nobody did, but you. Also, you thick. See where you expose the locale saying as being mean when no one knew, so you hurt yourself worse. You. Okay, let me talk to me. All right, okay, learn to talk to me with respect or don't talk to me at all. If you want to run things your own way, start your own community, you can do whatever you want. But right now, if your attention is to hell, you're actually hurting to knock it off. Sweet. Which is, that's the case with Becky because he does kind of sweet. And then obviously, again, the dread is just even more and more, right? Oh wow, I'm getting dramatic crime because Becky. All right, then you call him out, not Becky. You see, did nothing to you. So again, Stanley belong at the friend for real. Oh, my old troll now sympathy. I don't want to watch your show, but it's funny as far to see you go from 30k views to 3k. Keeman is the piece said I don't want his trap, but y'all literally trying to replicate LC. You follow. He know how to create things. Loser one. All you did was rip off his shit, and no one's gonna watch your knockoff. Valid point. Burn. Then I believe, and then this should keep extending. I'm not gonna hit. Funny thing, you started a community. It's not like Keemstar gave you a platform, enable you to do it, be back in public. This is why you have got no respect. I'm not gonna click that just in case. And again, this thread can keep going on and on and on. I think there is more. I'm not sure where the rest of it is, but there is a lot. Okay, learn to talk to me. With respect. Sweep. Yeah, this thread's a lot more massive than you think it is, and it was just, again, and then I believe there should be another one. Yeah, for the most part, that should be it. I believe there's still more stuff that Becky said. A lot of it was deleted, which makes more sense that I think about it. Now, again, there is still a little bit we need to go over with Deal With Me and Egg Picker. So we're going to go do that right now. So here we are, the thread I was talking about. So I wrote here, it was a couple days ago, Keem 2.0. Had a lot of viewers, holy crap. View post engagement. So again, Harley, I said investigated. A talent challenge was already banned. What else do people want? Things take time. If people don't like it, they need to get real and understanding in the real world. When people are running a business, things have to be handled a certain way. I'm not denying that people don't have to handle certain ways, but hey, knowing your past and everything. So yeah, apparently Neon Inverter, hopefully I got to say your name right, accusing me of being the same person as A-Picker. Yes, I did post this stuff. I'm not going to lie about that. That was 100% me. I'm never going to deny that. Oh, look, Missouri Z. But to accuse me and A-Picker being the same person is, if you really need your band account back, then who the freak are you? Then obviously, okay, Egg Picker, Spud are the same. You're arguing with some Schizo Chronicle online person. Just ignore him. He was posting shit on Reddit under Schizo Spud. YT. No, your line is Spud streams within his own channel and his own person. Retardation fails troll. Obvious. Becky is alt. It's obvious. By the way. And I'll be right back. So, yeah. Apparently, I'm being accused of being a picker. I'm an American. He's European. I'm assuming he's from what I remember, he sounds very English. He could be whatever. But to kind of accuse us of being the same person is ridiculous. I've streamed number of times. I made number of videos where I made it very clear about my voice. That you have a quite urban, suburban voice mix. But yeah, and I think to kind of end this video off, I think a lot of the drama and with the low donation has caused some shakeup within the BBU. Is it gonna last long? Anything could technically last long. This can easily, maybe this is just a bit of a rough past period, right? But as I said earlier, the sort of, we're basically coming towards a very end, of the, how can I say, the honeymoon period, right? We're done and over with that. Now you have to be serious. I am trying to be serious. I am pumping video out of various qualities. And though I don't consider myself much of a content creator and more of somebody who's an observer and who likes making video about things, I know that I have to keep pushing, right? Because you have to keep pushing, you have to keep moving forward. And I think with a lot of the stress and low donation, it's caused some, I don't think of the right word often. It's caused a lot of shakiness and uncertainty of the future. Ultimately, you have that position to, you got to do what you got to do to get to your position. If you don't, you're going to just end up floundering and failing. So, all I can say is step it up, Becky. Step it up. Till next time, God bless.